Alright, here we go. Welcome. Surface areas of prisms and cylinders. Today you will find the lateral and surface areas of prisms and cylinders. Main thing here, guys, is just know the formulas. Plain and simple. This really is not that hard, but there is some stuff that you need to make sure of. Okay, so let's look at this. You kind of need all of this stuff here, but mainly focus on that. So in a solid figure, faces that are not bases are called lateral faces. So in other words, the sides are called lateral faces, and they have edges themselves. And then the sides that are and then you have your base edges, and the altitude is the perpendicular segment that joins the planes of the bases. The height is the length of the altitude. Now, how do you know what's a base? It's not because one's on top, one's on the other. The parallel, the one shape that appears twice is the base. Okay? Keep that in mind. Shape that base is shape, parallel shape. Let's say it like that. Okay? So you see here, like this right here is a shape, and there is one that's parallel to it. I can't draw that worth a darn. But that would be the base. Okay. Now, how do you find the lateral area? The lateral area, oops, went too far. The lateral area is the perimeter times the height. So let's say you get something like this. Okay, this is a prism, a triangular prism to be exact. And then from there you would have to identify what's the base and what's the height. And even though it's kind of weird, your base, and I'm going to say, kind of color this in, your base is this shape right here. Okay? So, that's a 7, by the way. So here, you need to find that third side, say a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And you, wow, that went too far. Whoa, let's try that again. You get that to be 7.8. Okay. So that means the perimeter then would be 7.8 plus 5 plus 6, which would be 18.8. So your lateral area would be the perimeter, the 18.8, times the height, which is that distance right here from one base to the other base. And that's 7, so 18.8 times 7. And that would give you 131.6. Okay? This is one of those. When I'm going over these in class, you really have got to pay attention because it can be so easy if you know what to do. It's not that difficult. Alright, surface area. Let's go a little bit further. What is the surface area of a prism? It's the lateral area plus 2 times the area of the bases. Okay, so again, let me give you another one. That's a triangle. So you have to realize, like all these formulas that you have for rectangles, triangles, circles, polygons, whatever. You have to be able to use those in conjunction with the lateral area to find the surface area. So here's another example. I'm doing a triangle because, you know what, it's going to be easy. So anyways, if you do 12 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared, you would get that length would be about 17. It was actually 16.98, which rounded up to 17. So we're going to say, then if I do the perimeter, I would say 12 plus 17, which would give me 41. Okay, that would be the perimeter. The height of this pyramid, or this prism, again, is from here to here, which would be 8. And that would give me the lateral area of 328. The area of the base, remember, that's a triangle, because this right here is my base shape. It's the one that has 2 of them that are parallel. And that would be 1/2 little base times little height, which would be 12 times 12, and give you 72. So that the surface area would be the lateral area of 328 times 2 times 72, and that would give me the surface area. Guys, it's not hard, but you've got to make sure you pay attention to how you have to plug it in. What formulas do you have to use? Oops, we need that. Alright, so now let's look about cylinders. So cylinders are circular type things. And again, the distance between the two circles is the height, and your bases are the circles. Okay, so how does this work? Cylinders, the lateral area is 2 times pi rh, so 2 times pi times the radius times the height, and the surface area is the lateral area plus 2 times the area of the base, or 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r squared. I like this one better because I think that one makes things a little bit straightforward. Alright, so let's look at an example and then we'll be done. Okay, so here's one. Now, notice here that your diameter is 15. So you have to find the radius, which means divide by 2 to get 7.5. Then you could plug that in and your height is 18. Then you can plug the numbers in, get your lateral area, and then you could do that again for the surface area, 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r squared. We already have the 2 pi rh because that's 848.2. You could do the 2 pi r squared, and then just plug it all in and press enter, and you would have your answer. Plain and simple, easy peasy, should not be difficult. We will try to go over a lot of these in class so y'all can kind of see what is a base shape and then apply the proper formulas. So you need to make sure you have all those formulas on hand. Anyways, that's it for today. Thank you so much for your time. Y'all take care.